See, I've published around 55,000 stories in now 11 years, and I often say that if I close tomorrow, there'd be a document of life in Thurrock and life in Harlow in that period, so people would go back and look at it, But when it comes to reporting, often there's a line in journalism, just because do you have to report both sides? Well, if somebody said it's snowing outside, I don't necessarily have to report that as both sides. Likewise, when it comes to many stories you have, over the years, when it comes to prejudice or faith, there's a line in which you have to say no, I think you're wrong. And even driving here to, as you know, I'm a bit busy at the moment with the general election, but somebody questions the name of the Labour candidate in Harlow, and said, and her husband is Egyptian, so said, why does she? And they do this. Why does she use her name, Laura McAlpine, and not her husband's name? Well, as a degree in history, I remember Marilyn Monroe didn't change her name, to DiMaggio, etc., and Susan Sarandon. I'm thinking, and why are you asking about Jenny Harvey, who's married to Mr. Thornton? Why are you asking that? So you have to call that person out to say enough, in that way, and it's important that in that way. And I think when it comes to, we've had, we had in Harlow the killing of the Polish man. And I was the first person to be there on that report, and I was reporting a crime, and then for the next 12 months it became the Brexit murder, and I was still reporting a crime. In the end, there was nothing to do with Brexit, and I was there on the day of the sentencing, still reporting a crime. And sometimes you've got to keep but the benefit of, in many ways, I do walk with all parties when it comes to politics, and you mentioned people like the British National Party and the NF, and I've been with them, and I often, you report on them, you report what they're saying, because it's important. And actually, the sad thing, I remember a few years ago being over in the having a cup of tea with Nick Griffin and all the other members of the British National Party, and I tried to lighten the mood, as you try with fascists, and I said to them, do you actually have any sort of banter, did anybody go and see a film? The film had just come out with Departed. I said, anybody go and see The Departed? Yeah, the banter. They just looked at me and went, no. And that was it. It was almost like the banality of evil that came. And sometimes you report that that came from the Nazi period, the banality of evil. And I often reflect. 30 odd years ago, I was actually in a cinema queue, and 3 steps ahead, I said to somebody in the cinema queue, I said, do you know who that is? That old man there, the little old man who actually ran a bed and breakfast in Edinburgh. I said, do you know who that is? It's Anton Gaykas. I said, who's Anton Gaykas? I said, he was an SS guard, Lithuanian SS guard. I said, like, just Google him. He died in 2001, but to me, this man queuing up in the cinema to go and see Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I still thought that was an SS guard who was complicit in the murder of millions of people, and so that banality of evil theme. And finally, when it comes to reporting, I on the day after the Brexit, a day after the referendum, sorry about that, 2047, on the day after the referendum, Sky News were down in Harlow, and they asked a woman in a cafe, a Turkish cafe, how did you vote? And she said, I voted Leave. Why did you vote Leave? She said, because I just want to be amongst our own. And then the day after that, I was actually at my old school, St. Mark's Catholic school, and I was actually supposed to interview the head teacher. Somebody had dropped out from the assembly, so they asked, could you go and speak to the assembly? But buy one, get one free. I went there, and as I came into St. Mark's Catholic school, which is Catholic in more ways than one, there were pupils from many different nationalities, and I looked across that school, and the day after the woman said, in Harlow, I want to be amongst our own, as a second generation immigrant from the west coast of Ireland, I thought, I am amongst our own, deal with it. And that is my editorial policy. Yes, I report the facts, but